Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live, this finale. Okay, are y'all over it? Are y'all ready to move on? But we still got some things to talk about. Come on into the chat. I'm Denise Brady. I decided to try and do a little bit of a later live to see if we can get some more people who want to come in and just, yap it up with us tonight. We just yapping and talking tonight about Love is Blind, the finale. We're gonna go over the outfits for the reunion that's coming up. And how did y'all feel about the finale? Okay. How are y'all doing? Come on into the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, let me know if this is the first time you've been able to catch a live too. Because I know I go live at all these different times. I'm trying to find what is the best time for a lot of people and myself. Okay. So it might be this time. You say you're ready to move on. Were you ready to move on episode 1? Or did it take you 12 episodes to realize you was over it? But yeah, I want to talk about the finale. I want to talk about the reunion, expectations. Should we have any expectations for this reunion that they already filmed? Okay. But hey, thanks for watching from Virginia. Was it like 9 o'clock over there? Okay, this might be a good time. Late nights, kids asleep. You might be down for the night, just chilling in the bed. But where else is everybody watching from? Yeah, this finale. Okay. Tell me, how did this season get 12 episodes when you only had 3 couples at the end? You said everybody got on your damn nerves. Everybody need help. Even the people behind the scenes. Y'all need help for choosing these people. Because what was y'all thinking? And I still want to know who thought of going to Denver. Out of all the places you could go, why was Denver like, yeah, that's next? Okay, why was that next? Okay, Canada. Is it cold up there? Okay, Canada. But who y'all want to start with? Okay, how did we get here to 3 couples? How did we get here? Now I guess we can start with Miss Thang. I know y'all want to talk about Edmond and should she have let him down before we got here? And do y'all think that these people get checks? Okay.
Oh, it's just my wedding day.
I know, and I'm so happy I don't have my makeup on yet because I would have ruined it by now because I've been fighting back tears all day because I'm so excited for you guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, baby.
Thank you, Miss Harvey.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for choosing her.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to hold our breath while you guys come down the aisle and mesmerize us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, dear. We'll see you in a bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was not supposed to cry, Edmond. I was not supposed to cry. Okay. See you later, dear. Hey, girl.
Oh, hey, boo. Hey, beautiful.
What you gonna do? Cry?
Oh, you about to cry, boo?
Finally. I know.
And your
Let's
little
discuss.
stuff, girl.
Don't play. I'm so happy my face not done because it would have been a mess. We're gonna get married.
I'm a
Ooh,
woman
if
now.
a post. So she gotta finish you up.
Cause you put my pens in.
Okay. I actually just went and spoke to him too.
Oh, you went in his room?
I did.
Oh, that's amazing, mama.
Ugh. It's just something about him.
No, he's amazing. It definitely has been love.
Yes. That's all right.
I love the mess out of him.
Oh.
I love the mess out of him. Okay? When they gonna stop lying? Okay, when they gonna stop lying? Because why not let things go before you walk down the aisle? Before you break this man's heart. He's standing up there, love of my life. Okay. I can't wait to have babies with you. You the one. Only for what? For her to break his heart. Okay. Now I do personally believe that they must get a check. Okay. It's the only thing that makes sense to me is that they get a check. They have to get a check. Okay, Philly. A mess, capital M. Okay. But yeah, they must get checks because why else would we have any weddings this season? It should have been no weddings. But they must get a bonus for going to the end. Because ain't no way she put on that dress, sat there and got her hair done, and knew. Or when I got up there, oh, it was all the way to the very last second that I didn't know what I was gonna do. I really did until I was standing right there, and then I made up my mind. Even though the camera to me kept panning to her mom's face, that told me, girl, you knew. You knew. And then when he goes, oh, did I do it right? Oh. Come on now. Now I want to know from you guys too. Do you think that KB has been getting like a villain edit? Is it by her own doing? Is it that she is a person who just had a lot of patience and people are looking at her sideways for no reason? I think that her and Allie, I know I'm saying her name wrong, but they must have got some extra money for putting on them dresses. Because you got to think, they go through, production hasn't put this whole thing together. They got to rent the venue. They got to cater it. They got to hire makeup artists. They have to know beforehand what these people are going to say so they know, do we need to hire makeup people? Do we need to cater? How many shoot days do we need to have this location booked? So I think a lot of it is cap. I think production has to know at least a couple days, KB, are you going to say yes? Do you plan on getting married? Because we need to know how many makeup artists we need. How much food we going to need? Do we need to rent all these chairs? So to me, I feel like production knows. But in this moment, it feel like Edmond did not know. And I feel like really Edmond, the only person who was there for him was the teacher. The teacher, his mama didn't show up. Was that his daddy? The guy who kind of looked like, a little bit of a sugar free. Was that his daddy? Yeah. No, I think after Mexico, I think she started to rethink things. But at the same time, I do think that maybe, even though she started to rethink things after Mexico, it's the potential. It's the potential that's going to keep me kind of, But then when she caught that man an itch, it was over for me. Ain't no coming back from that. I had only known you 3 weeks at that point. And I'm at the point where I'm coming out of character. I'm calling you a this ain't no forever love. This ain't that Chrisette Michelle, that forever kind of love. This love don't find me. Okay. Let me go on about my day. About my life. Let me go about my life. But when he was like, oh, I was like, oh man, this is sad. He really did not know. Do you guys think that she owed him beforehand? So I watch other shows, Married at First Sight. I think on Married at First Sight, they do know before decision day if the person's gonna say yes or no. In this moment, I don't know what she was telling him. I don't know if he was like ignoring the signs, but he seemed like he didn't know, y'all, that she was gonna say no. And the way his tux was, I wish they would have spent some more time explaining everything that was going on. He had like what, a feather, a flower, I think a little anchor. I wish they would have, what's the symbolism going on here? Is it just some stuff you saw look cool when you wanted to put it on? Did he have that shit on? Oh, you think she doesn't owe him anything? That man was hurt, y'all, and embarrassed. Oh, we're gonna talk about that couple too, Naima. We're gonna talk about that. I don't know if he was acting for a check. I think KB was. And girl, get your money. I want to know how much of a difference. What the bonus look like? The bonus must be looking real nice. Okay. Somebody said in the comments that they think that the couples are penalized based off their contract if they say no before decision day, and so they break up off camera. But then to avoid the penalty, they come back and film the breakup scene to avoid the $50,000 penalty or something like that. So I don't really know. Okay, they must get some money, extra money to get up there and embarrass each other. Have their families fly out, hair and makeup, all that becomes a waste, you know? I hope Love is Blind does pay for these plane tickets because the way they set up nowadays. I think she could have said more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Especially on the wedding day. I'm like, he couldn't have got no lineup, put some product in it, um, lose the pic, leave it in the car, lose it. KB throw in the trash and say he left it at the park. Say he left it when rollerblading, he left it on the grass. But the pic got on my nerves, the hair got on my nerves. His pants not being able to go all the way down to the floor. And his suit did not match what the groomsmen were wearing either. Girl, they've been lost the plot. Okay, the plot has left. The embarrassment, I think that Edmond was embarrassed. I don't know if anybody else really was. It seemed like her mom knew she was going to say no because they kept panning to her face. And you could just tell when he was saying his vows and they panned to the mom face, she was like, oh man, this little boy about to get his heart broken. Was a look on her face. She knew. His emotional support pick. What is he picking out? Because I feel like his hair has the same like shape and form and everything that we see. But I would have wished that he put some product in it, got it lined up. At least on the sides to make it look lined up a little bit. She looked beautiful though. I think she looked very nice. Now, have y'all seen her Instagram? Because it's not giving the same KB that we saw on here. Okay. But they had a beautiful wedding. So sad it didn't really go nowhere. Okay. But yeah, do y'all think that KB is getting a villain edit? You want to give the season a chance? Why you've only watched season 1? It's crazy because season 1 is the only season I have never watched before. And I thought I was doing some kind of rewatch during the holidays. Not true. I'm not sure how I would frame it since we already know what happens. But I have never watched season 1. So I thought about rewatching it and somehow recapping it somehow, but that's the only season I didn't watch. I started watching because it was that one during the pandemic or like right before the pandemic. Um, that is the only season I have not watched. I watched all the other ones. Oh, and last season I didn't watch either. It was just too dry for me. Okay. With no hot sauce on my crackers, so I had to stop watching it. Oh, you don't think that KB looked bad? Hmm. But what do you think about her calling him a bitch? I can't make no excuses for that now. What y'all gonna say about that? Oh, hey, Gia. Yeah, that's the only season I haven't watched, so I would like to rewatch, even though we all kind of know what happens. I just don't know how I would like recap it though with y'all. Yeah, last season was bad. Yeah, yeah. How do you come back from that? Especially after only knowing somebody for like 3 weeks. How do you come back from that? And I always felt like he was the one always he became like the whipping boy. And she was always the one, you. And I still to this day, outside of this scene, have we really seen her say anything nice? Any affection, a hug, caressing. There was never any chemistry. There was never any physical contact. I think the most physical contact we saw was when they was rollerblading. Oh, and when he was on the back of the snowmobile. But to get to a point like that so early on, mm, I can't marry you if you already call me a bitch now. Come on now. You're already emasculating me. Okay, already. And then even with that scene of them being on the snowmobile, I feel like there could have been a conversation before they left, like, hey, I'm feeling some kind of way. I feel like let's take some time. I know we need to go shoot this scene, but can we have a brief 10 minutes in the car? I know we got to get going because it's cameras, but I'm just feeling some kind of way. And I don't want to take this energy with me onto the day, onto the trip. I know this is like a memory for us, but I'm starting to feel some kind of way. And at times it comes off to me that you're acting one way on camera and another way off camera. And I'm starting to build some stuff and I don't want that stuff to kind of carry over. I think there could have been a conversation where it didn't have to get to the point of um her blowing up like that. See, this is looking like a good time for y'all because a lot of my regular people who be in the comments is in here. Gia. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Jay, you be in my comments a lot. Wasn't all up front from past trauma. She crossed the boundary by calling him the B word. Yes. She lost interest when he said he wasn't an alpha. And yes, I agree. I think the whole bug incident was the first. You're not gonna kill the bug? It started with that. And I can't remember if that was before or after the conversation of if we were in a club and somebody blah, blah, blah. That was a second thing. That's like, oh, I don't know about this. Okay. And then the lotion on the feet. It just kept a buildup. And those are only the things that we saw. Okay. And then we get to the bedroom. And you're crying because of the cootie cat. Okay. All of this within 3 days of me seeing you face to face. Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Jay. It just started to compound with no return. Okay, no return. Yeah, I think she could have had a conversation ahead of the wedding. Thank you. Make sure y'all are liking the live, okay? Sharing it, liking it. But yeah, I like to tell it straight up, no chaser. We keep it real over here. Which conversation, Gia? What conversation? She wanted a baller. She wanted Chris. Maybe Chris from Love is Blind. Love Island would have been better for her. Okay. Maybe Chris would have been better. I would like to see like some kind of crossover. I know they starting to do that a little bit on Netflix, but I guess now Netflix probably got beef with Peacock, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. But I would love to see some, crossover between, the Netflix people, the ABC people, and the Bravo people. Okay, over there at Universal. We can put something together. Okay. Maybe even throw in some of the I guess they're under the same family now. Maybe some of the Married at First Sight, but it didn't work out. Okay, let's do something with them. But maybe Chris would have been a better match from Love Island. But I think there could have been y'all a conversation, y'all. A conversation. Yeah. Was it really about fighting the club though, or was it more about can I feel safe around you? I think I'm gonna lean towards the side of saying, I want to know if I can feel safe around you. That's what it was giving to me. And that example was probably low hanging fruit, a little high schoolish. But I think after the stuff with the bug, his mannerisms and how he was presenting, and in a very toxic way, she was trying to get him to prove his manhood. Knowing that he ain't the type that we in the club and somebody bumped me, he not gonna be the one to be like, "Bruh, what you doing?" And you're like, "Oh, sorry, sir. Come on, KB, keep moving." Yeah, I think there was a better way she could have asked that question. Maybe that was her way of being direct. But it was just over and over again. Okay. And what do y'all think about the mama? Okay. The mama coming on. Did we really need that, y'all? Here we go.
Just how little it takes to make a man happy. You'd really be surprised. They just want a little bit of acknowledgement. This is something special to him. I thank him for being my son. And I let him know, you're an awesome son. And I don't know if you hear that enough. I see what it is you do. Mm-hmm. And I know what I put into that, but like my sons, they make me. Mm-hmm. They really do. They make me proud. So no, I don't go just passing them off to any and everybody. Mm-hmm. And I don't accept just anything. If they're not worth me meeting, quit bringing them home to me. Mm-hmm. Unless they're meeting mama material, don't bring them home to me. Right, so when my baby come at me and tell me he got a fiance, because I knew it was important to him, mm-hmm. I had to make it important to me.
Now, did we really need mama on the show? Okay. What was her purpose if she wasn't going to show up to the wedding? And was she talking in circles, y'all? What was she really saying? What was she trying to say? Did she really give him a chance, though? Or was she trying to collect the check? Yeah, she is, one way on Let's look up her Instagram, because I know some of y'all maybe have not seen her Instagram. Kalybriah. Is this let me make myself small. Okay. I don't think that's the version that we got on the show. Yeah, the mom thing, I kind of feel like this show only re-traumatized him in a lot of ways, brought up his abandonment and trauma from being abandoned by his mom. You see the only real person in his life who's consistent was the teacher. Okay, he didn't really have a lot of people in his life in his corner. His siblings didn't show to the wedding. I don't know what his relationship like is with his siblings, but yeah, it was kind of sad. Yeah, I don't think this is the same. Now on the street now, I do not think that she would be talking to a guy like Edmond, y'all. I'm just not seeing it. Very pretty girl though. But yeah, mama didn't even show up to the wedding day. And she said herself, I looked at your IG. And when I saw your IG, I was like, not for my baby. Like she'd been there his whole life. Not for my baby. It also felt like she was trying to prove to people that she was a good mother. I just don't go around giving my kids around to anybody now. I don't. Waste of time. He does have a lot of trauma to unpack. Nobody was ready for marriage. But Gia, what do we say every season? The same thing. None of these people are ready to be married. None of these people. None of these people are ready to be married. You think the mama said, I got better things to do? That's sad, though. That's so sad. The teacher was very genuine. Now, what do y'all think about that comment she made? She was a sapphire, and what you really deserve is a diamond. Was that a little bit shady? A little shady? Red flags. Because her outfits? Oh, damn. Now, if she had come on the show with this version of herself, I think people would have judged her way more than they're already judging. Like, I think she came for clout. Find your diamond. Find your diamond. I think the teacher was just like, the mama bear came out of her. She wanted to really go up there and throw some hands for her son. But also just shows you just how teachers really impact students. Not only that, but she was impacted also by him. It changed the way she taught and she teaches. Somebody said you want a man and you didn't get what you needed to feel safe is understandable. But damn, KB, damn. Yeah, people think that she should have told him beforehand. I really don't understand how a social worker can't spot a person that is literally underdeveloped. Because I bet money Edmond has some developmental issues that come from experience in foster care. You imagining a wholesome man in him that behaved like a 5-year-old is really telling. I hope seeing the show back, you can understand you are not here to be the savior of a man you date. You are beautiful and also have a huge heart. But God, you need to be honest with what was in front of you versus what you are imagining. Somebody said she's a social worker, Joe. So what's social worker supposed to look like? Okay, but for real, you don't actually look like a social worker. What she can't have a personal life? She could never get hired with her Instagram like this. I think she's a travel social worker, so she'd be on contracts making bread. I can't make this bigger, but the little picture somebody got right here, that picture is all of us. Like, wait, this the same girl? Yes, it's the same girl. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. Yeah, she was mad. Her baby was hurt. Her baby was hurt. You appreciate the teacher. Yeah, a steady rock. Yeah, teachers do a lot. Don't get paid enough. Yeah, Gia with shady comments tonight. The picture itself is just giving. He keep looking at the paper like, wait. Like, wait a minute. I've been bamboozled. This ain't the same girl. Like, she a sapphire. Sapphires are good for some people, but maybe you might want a diamond, not a sapphire. And her nice little like teacher voice. The picture is just like so funny. Now this picture kind of like Trina. Somebody said, "quote unquote," I'm waiting for marriage. LOL. And they're like, you ain't waiting for marriage. You just wasn't attracted to him. Now, do y'all think that it was just she wasn't attracted, or was she maybe wanted to change and be she wanted to wait a little bit more for marriage? I think she's holding her bottom butts, not her cheeks. Let's give her a little bit credit here. Yeah, I do think that they get paid extra because why else would they go through all that knowing that they were going to say no? They got to get paid extra. They live completely different, opposite lifestyles. Based off these pictures, it looks like she live in Miami. Oh yeah, that was sad when he said, I've tried everything, it hasn't worked. I even tried this, and it still didn't work for me." I was like, damn. I think for the first, I don't know, I wouldn't say the first time, but I watched these shows for so long, and I haven't seen anyone have that type of genuine, just heartbreak reaction. We've seen people cry, we see people walk off, get in the car mad, but I think to just kind of emotionally crumble and just be like, damn, I didn't try everything. Like, even Love is Blind can't find me nobody. Like, that was just like, oh damn, this man is very hurt. He was blindsided. It was a blindside. I don't think she really wanted to marry him. Yeah, looking at his Instagram, this is really gonna help his real estate game. Yeah. Yeah, he does have to work on some of that abandonment stuff, the anxious attachment. Okay, that's what I thought. She was in Florida. Like, all her pictures don't look like she live in Denver. Well, yeah, he looks so sad. He looks so sad. Hmm. I think it's somebody out there, but he should work on some of his issues and stuff so that those things, when he does meet someone who is healthy, they don't pop up in a healthy relationship and sabotage the relationship. Yeah. Yeah, we all have stuff that we need to work on though. No one is a complete package. Everyone comes with something, whether it's trauma, whether it's, your finances, your family members, your family dynamic. Everybody's gonna come with something. I don't think there's anybody out there who doesn't come with some type of extra. Dang, y'all kind of going in on her. Somebody also said that if they don't complete their contract with Love is Blind and they don't get the opportunities of going on them other shows. Now, I have not watched like Perfect Match at all. I don't think I've ever really watched it to know if everybody on there from Love is Blind are people who finished their contract. That means they won the show, they broke up on the show, or they went all the way to the end to the wedding versus somebody who was only in the pods. And I thought that was an interesting theory because I need somebody to let me know who watches Perfect Match or has done the research. Everybody on that show from Love is Blind, are they all people who went through with the complete process? Because that would make sense if somebody is on here for more opportunities, why they would have the wedding, one, the bonus we think that they get, and two, because they do want to go on Perfect Match. Do they have any other shows that crossover other than Perfect Match? But that would make sense to me. So I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting theory." It kinda makes sense, but I just don't watch the other, like, spinoffs to really, pinpoint who really went through the whole process and who didn't. But it does make sense to me. I'm surprised after all these years, a contract has not been leaked, and they haven't had more lawsuits. That's another thing I'm surprised about, is that they haven't had more lawsuits. Okay. So most of them make it far in the process and they end up going on another show. Now who else we got from the finale? I think we need to move on eventually and get to the reunion. What do y'all think about these?
Like, I understand you work very hard to like put yourself in this position. I don't want to project, my daily stresses on you because it's not fair to you.
And I've told you, I would love to learn more about your work. Like, I want to learn that side of you. And like, I get if you don't want to talk about it, but that is a huge part of your life, is what you're doing at work. I'm just grasping at straws trying to find things to talk about with you sometimes.
Sometimes I just want to like sit next to you and watch a movie. And I don't know if like that's a deal breaker for you or...
I mean, it's not a deal breaker if it's like every now and again, but like, I struggle with that. Especially when our whole relationship in the pods was based off of conversation, and like, I fell in love with you because of your jokes and like what we talked about, and that it was fun and easy. And then to go from that to like almost nothing.
Yeah, this isn't the pods.
Real life. This ain't the pods. This is real life. Okay. Now, I think that the pods, of course, versus reality, you romanticize a person in your head. What your life will look like, what your kids will look like. And then you go into the bubble, the Mexico bubble. Oh, it feels so good. Like us just together, no outside world, no bills, no jobs, no kids. Okay. And to me, out of everybody on the show, I feel like, not going like this, but I feel like Jordan to me was the most regular person. And we don't get a lot of regular 9 to 5 people who go on these shows. I think y'all still saying that she used him. Ah, 'cause I remember hearing, I've heard of only one lawsuit that actually got settled. Yeah. I don't know if them NDAs are on lock like they used to be. I agree. Oh, I haven't seen that. Ooh, I might have to find that one. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Children should not be a part of this experience. They should not be a part of this show. They shouldn't. You are bringing a stranger into a child's life, and they might not stick around. So now Luca got used to her. Not only that, when they do break up, he had to go pick up his son. And as a parent, that was so relatable. Like, you might be having the worst day, get the worst news. You still got to feed your kids. You still got to help them with their homework. You might have parent conferences. Being a parent does not stop, okay? And I think that I've heard some rhetoric, well, he only has his kid part-time. He's not raising him full-time. He's still raising a child with a, co-parenting, a child who has special needs and working a full-time job. That is a lot of work, y'all. Constantly monitoring his glucose, try to make sure he has a regular life as a regular kid, but still all the parenting responsibilities. And me, myself, there are days when I don't want to talk to nobody. I log off this computer and be like, I'm just gonna lay in the bed and be quiet and dead scroll. I don't want no noise. No noise. You don't think they were ever gonna make it together? Do you think it was all about him not being able to provide her with the lifestyle? Because, like, he explained his life, his job. He explained all that in the pods. So I think she romanticized being a stepmom, being a mom, and then it was like, oh, he spent the night. Dang, this is a lot more work than what I thought it was gonna be. But I like Jordan. I think he was a regular guy. Now the chicken shake was disgusting. Okay. It was disgusting. But yeah, you don't bring kids into this. Don't bring kids into this. And I don't want to hear at the reunion, yeah, we broke up, but I still see Luca here and there. I don't want to hear that. Please tell me you just completely moved on. Okay. That you just moved on. He was. Maybe a little bit too normal for this show. Maybe a little bit too normal. Yeah, he was too laid back. She said, pick a struggle. Either you're going to have less money than me or roll my plan. Or give me the attention I need. One or the other. You can't have both. What do you mean you can't go to Utah on a Wednesday at 2:00? What do you mean you want to come home and you don't want to talk about work? She's also not, to me, used to dating someone who's not an entrepreneur, probably a CEO, C-suite, a regular person. She's probably used to dating businessmen who make their own schedule, do their own thing, and have, I hate to say minions, but they have people below them who they delegate to, who do all the grunt work, and they receive the praise and the money. And they can live the life doing whatever they want, is probably what she's used to. She's not used to dating just like a regular guy. And once again, in that bubble, it was like, oh, maybe, I like you. The D is good. You know what you're doing with it. A is the best I had. I can kind of make this work. Imagine being engaged to a millionaire. Your life doesn't get easier. It gets harder. Yeah. You don't get to turn off like being a parent. So I think she had an idea of what it would be like until she actually started experiencing it. The one thing I do appreciate though is that she didn't get all dolled up, go up there and just have his friends come out, possibly have Luca at the wedding. He might have been there. Only to be like, yeah, I can't marry you. Dad, what? So once again, I don't think that kids should be a part of this experience. And I think he's a guy who's just regular. His focus is being on his son. You know, the trips will be there, going to Europe, going to Italy, all that stuff will be there. But I kind of want to be here with my son and create those memories and be here with him. Okay, I'm okay with my regular life. Yeah, he had a lot on his plate. Yeah, just like a regular person. Regular person. And it's crazy because people have said I feel like the last 4 years, they want to see regular people on the show. They don't want influencers, business people. They want regular people. Jordan was a regular person. Shit, I think even Joe was kind of a regular person. That's probably why they kind of besties him and Joe. Joe to me was kind of a lost person though. Um, but they're two just regular guys who on the show not to be influencers. And this is what you get with regular people. I even think last season was full of probably regular people. And both seasons nobody liked. What do you say, Lori? You think it's sad to see people go on the show just to learn? Something that's quite obvious, at least to us. What was it that they were just learning? Elaborate for me. Yeah. I think that's time. She wanted time. And where he is in his life, his time is allocated to working probably 10 to 12 hours and with his son. Yeah, well, that's not fair. Okay. It's not that he's working, y'all. He works a lot. Have y'all, the people saying this, do y'all have kids? Do you know how difficult it is to have a personal life and try and raise productive humans? Take them to school, help them with projects, homework, put them in sports, make sure they have a social life. It is hard. Plus, have your own life, go to work, have friendships, show up for family parties, functions. It's a lot. And I don't think that it was, I don't think Jordan is a bad or, not a good fit as a partner. I just think that his priority is his son. And that to me makes a good partner. My priority is not a relationship. My priority is not, all these other things that people focus on. I just want to be there for my son. Now it could be a separate situation like we saw a couple seasons ago. I can't remember his name, but he ain't even taking care of his kids. It could be that. And the fact that his child's mother has not come out publicly and say anything negative, at least I've seen nothing negative, says a lot too, that he must probably be a pretty good dad. Did y'all see he came out with a book? A book about a little boy having a glucose monitor and just how trying to make the little boy feel like he was just like a regular person enjoying life. Yeah, great day is coming home and surprising his kid with Legos. And sit on the floor, Probably eating a little easy ass dinner, maybe some French fries, a Happy Meal. Put in the air fryer. Hey, he ain't got time, Gia. He's too busy being a father. He like, I gotta do shit quick. Okay, quick. The quintessential millennial. Quick and fast. You ain't never had a chicken shake before? Oh, and the fact that she drank it too, like that's love right there. She drank it too. That was disgusting. Okay. And then his mom, when they went to go meet the parents, then wasn't she like, you're still doing that? Oh God, that was disgusting. Oh, but if I had said that, I would be considered a racist if I said that. It's irresponsible for anyone to be on this show. You either introduce them as in less than 2 months, or you get married and you meet the child after. Both are terrible. Well, what was the other girl? What was her name? Jessica. She hid the fact that she had a child, and then said it like once the guy was already kind of like into her. But then I don't think it's fair that people who have kids can't go on the show. I get what you're saying, but it's not fair either that they can't. I think it just depends. We can't just like completely cut them out. Oh, I think I heard a little bit about him having a podcast. I know he's in a relationship now with some girl. I saw pictures of him and Jordan actually hanging out. Jordan was not trying to meet her in the middle. What is the middle though? Somebody tell me what's the middle. Sometimes as a parent, I don't want to talk. And I don't want to do nothing. Sometimes my husband don't want to talk. And I would say 90% of the time, he don't want to do nothing. I don't know. I just wonder if some of y'all are parents, are busy parents, to really understand how hard it is sometimes. Yeah, lifestyle differences. Did he lie? It's crazy because even when they went to Mexico, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I know it's like he had a full like leg sleeve in Mexico. Y'all ready to talk about the reunion? We can go into the reunion. Was it really a teaser? I think they only showed the thing about Megan. We're gonna go into the looks. I don't think I saw a teaser for the reunion. She really thinks she got some ass. I also noticed during the Bachelorette, I really didn't see KB either. Yeah, I just think they have like different lifestyle, different love languages. Yeah, I haven't seen no reunion preview. They show like a quick little not even 2 minute, like 1 30-second thing at the very end of the finale. And that was spoiler. I'm about to give a spoiler, so you might want to mute it. And it was only highlighting what a lot of us already know about Megan. I really didn't see nothing. Is there an actual trailer out somewhere? I've heard they're probably not going to release the trailer until what, tomorrow? Or like over the weekend. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. I didn't take it like that. I feel like he was saying you date those other guys and it worked. And so you chose me like something different. I don't know how I do it all some days myself. I do all my own social media. My kids are in sports. I run a business. I don't know how I do it all. So when I hear people saying like, um, that Jordan was being selfish or he only has his kid 50% of the time, I can tell those are comments from people who are not raising productive children. Okay. Because if you're not tired as a parent, you're not raising productive kids if you're not exhausted. I'm not really liking your comments. You're kind of being a little bit harsh now. Yes, and getting along in a co-parenting situation, that is work too. To make the co-parenting relationship work for the child. That's another job. Communicating when you want to do something. Oh, let me put this text together. Let's see if it's part of our custody plan. I got to plan what I want to do around what the mom already has planned. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. That chicken smoothie was diabolical. It's sad. I think he really did love her. I think he saw past maybe like the money and parts of her, but she couldn't see past that he was working a 9 to 5 job and didn't have a lot of money. Oh, you're talking that's what I saw. It was just a teaser, and then I feel like I already know what it's about, so it wasn't really they haven't really put a full trailer out yet. I don't even know where I could find it at. Let me see if I can do my Googles real quick. Is there a trailer out? Oh, it's like a 1 minute thing. I kind of want to play it, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I know it's on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out if there's anywhere else. Oh, okay, so it's already on over here.
So when Nick gets here, we're just gonna run it from the top, right? Okay.
I like her
Did he say
short
he's on his
hair.
way?
It looks like Nick won't be joining you.
I know I didn't just get ghosted by my husband.
They're so corny.
Come on, baby. I would never ghost you.
Okay, well, I'm glad because the only thing scarier than that would be missing the reunion.
That is exactly right, and we have so much to discuss. So, guys, do not miss The Love is Blind Season 9 reunion streaming October 29th on Netflix.
There is like a little thing, but I don't know exactly where it is. Maybe they haven't like publicly put it out. They just only put out the end of the episode. But Rock, I know what you're talking about. But we can. Do y'all want to talk about Anton and Allie? Or we can just move on to reunion looks. Yeah. Girl, wasn't that you moving mouth when you call him a bitch? Damn. Hate when people try and gaslight witnesses. Yeah, it was like a very short, like, does everybody already know about Megan? We could talk about a little bit if everybody already knows. Yeah, when the weddings took up so much, those first 2 weddings, and then I was like, "How much more time is on this episode?" And then I saw we had, like, what was it, like, 10 more minutes? I'm like, "10 more minutes? Like, don't we got a whole 3rd wedding?" And then we panned to the room, the fake apartment. I was like, "Oh, they about to break up." Why y'all keep calling him Eddie? I've seen that somewhere else too. That's kind of a cringy comment. A postcard. Ah. You must not be married with kids. You must not be married with kids. Yeah, it's a lot of work, y'all. My son would just text me right now. Mm. I don't know about that. If Jordan was a woman, everyone would be applauding him on getting the bag. Oh, she did. She did say that. I guess some of y'all don't know the spoiler then. No, Mike was a douchebag. He was douchey. I agree. I agree. Well, we can talk about the spoiler and then we'll go over and start talking about reunion looks. Okay, reunion looks. So if you don't already know, we've been on this live for over an hour. Okay. You have not heard. Anybody want to put in the chat? I think he's okay with his life. What's wrong with that? Oh, y'all don't really know? Yeah, Megan had a baby, y'all. Megan had a baby. Megan had a baby. I wonder if I can find the photo. Yeah, she had a baby. People are still trying to figure out who it is that she had the baby with. But at the time of this photo, her baby looks like it might be probably like what I would say 4 months old. That's my computer is going a little bit slow. But yeah, she had a baby. So you know that Miss Mams right here is going to be so excited to talk about a baby. You were 12? I think I was an adult when that came out. I forget that he was married to her because it was just so long ago that he was married to her. Do y'all remember how long were they actually married? But it was just like early 2000s. I watched that show. Damn, he's under 30? Wow, he must drink a lot. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay, let's see if the photo will come up. So this is a picture of Megan's baby. Some people are speculating that the guy holding the baby is her child's father. Let me make myself a little smaller so y'all can so some people are saying that he might be the child's father. It's crazy how these people be finding out where they live at. This picture was taken in front of her house I haven't seen all these photos. He look proud. Yeah, that must be the daddy. That was nice enough to blur out the baby face. I wonder who kind of outed her with the baby thing because it don't seem like paparazzi would really be um like paparazzi would be in Denver like that. Somebody must have told on her. No, she had a baby. Jay, she had a baby. Yeah, it was so long ago that I forget that they were even married. It was like a quick marriage. What did she say? She thought chicken of the sea, the tuna, was actually chicken. Is that what she said back then? I don't really remember like the dynamics of their relationship. I think I kind of remember he always looked kind of like looked at her like she was dumb. Yeah, she gave birth already. Yeah, he was. Yep, she has a baby. Good one. Good one right there. Dang, I can't believe I really thought he was in his 40s, y'all. You know, if he was in his 40s, he wouldn't be really on this show, but oh, they're married for 4 years. Okay. They hate each other. You remember that, right? Do you remember that? Man, reality TV in the early 2000s like was crazy. They got away with so much stuff back then. But let's move on over to these reunion looks. She looks so different. I don't even recognize her. Somebody said, I can't believe we all wasted our times watching for no one to get married. Casting needs to do better next season, please. Ah. Someone said Nick and Vanessa being the only married couple at the reunion. They forgot the assignment was to get married. That's how I'm like, what are they really going to talk about the reunion? And I think that's why we haven't seen a trailer because what's the biggest thing is that Megan had a baby. It's going to be boring. She looked nice. It's just like too much of the same color to me. Her being so tanned and the hair and the eyes, it's just like almost the color palette. Like if she had worn something maybe like brighter or maybe the hair was a different color, it's just too much of the same like shade, like a brown shade. I'm not really feeling it as much. She looks pretty though, but it's just kind of too much of the same. Like the shoes are clear. She just need like some color. And she need a little bit of color. Let's see. Nick looks the same. I wonder what the theme is that they're kind of going for with the stage. Regular smegular, nothing special to see here. KB looks nice. She looks a little thickums. I don't know if they told them like this was the color theme for the reunion. What y'all think about the outfits so far? Jordan looked like a regular old guy. He lost a lot of weight. Not that he was ever like big or anything. He just looks so much thinner, like younger too. It's crazy because you would never think he has all them tattoos. He looks so clean cut, except for the one like you barely can see on his hand. Um, Somebody said Jordan is the only normal person here. Yeah, they want him to be the next Bachelor. Y'all, can y'all see him as being the next Bachelor? Yeah, he looks great. Them chicken shakes working better than the shots. For those of y'all who can't afford them shots, y'all need to be on them chicken shakes. Way cheaper than them shots. Yeah, it must be some kind of color palette thing. I just don't get why though. What does this color have to do with Denver? Her hair looks nice. This vibrant, like velvety burgundy color looks good on her. I just don't know why his pants can't go all the way down. It's giving, stand right there and take a picture so I can send it to your grandma. Oh, this is look at my son over in college. She was crazy. Okay. Yeah, it's very much given. I'm gonna put this on Facebook. Yeah, Jordan looks nice. Jordan does look nice. He looks pretty dapper. I just don't like the color schemes, but she looks good. I like the hair. She looks very good to have just had a baby. No sparkle. I guess her dress has a little bit of sparkle in it. And she looks nice though. What's with the stash and the 5 o'clock shadow? It just ages him. This whole outfit just ages him. Okay. Okay. Gold Rush. Oh, are you talking about Edmond? What does the Gold Rush have to do with this season though? At least when I watch reunions on Bravo, the theme for the reunion has to do something with a place they visited. I just don't they could have did like the Rocky Mountains, like some kind of snow theme. But this ages him a lot. Okay, a pop of color. Don't know why Casey is here though. She needs some jewelry spun around her neck. What happened here? It's given I didn't want to come. Did he have that tattoo when on the show? It's just so sloppy. The pose. It's just sloppy, y'all. It's given kind of sloppy. She looked different. Dress is kind of cool. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, Patrick came. He looks so I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm not really feeling this. It's too protruding around her stomach. And also, why is she here? Mom and dad, the only married couple here. I guess this is the only thing that they really got going for them now. Now that her show got canceled, NCIS Hawaii got canceled. I don't know what other things that he does outside of the Netflix franchises that he does, Ultimatum. But this right now is a cash cow, I guess, until she get another TV show. He only wears shirts and jeans. I'm guessing it was some kind of color scheme that they were going for, even though Casey had on a yellow dress, which is very different than everybody else. You forgot about Patrick. Some people, I've heard the rhetoric of the person doing your hair. If she don't look a mess, then your hair not gonna come out looking nice. So some people feel that way too. But she looks so different. Is there anybody y'all wish that was gonna be at the reunion that we didn't see? But I feel like they have nothing really to talk about. They're gonna go over the season, and then wait till the last 15 minutes to tell us that Megan is probably pregnant or something. It's nothing really to talk about. Oh, he owns some sports teams. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. What does Vanessa do outside of this show? I know her shows got canceled, but does she do anything else that maybe I'm just not familiar with? Oh, Anna. Anna's over this. She probably was invited, but she was like, leave me alone. Stop commenting. I'm tired of deleting y'all negative comments. Please give me and my family privacy. So I'm pretty sure she's like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm over it. Even though I've seen a picture of her on her Instagram, all of them have lost so much weight since being on the show. I know it was a year and a half ago, probably at this point. They all look so different. But yeah, she said, I don't want no more of this show. Y'all heard my mental health. But I think next season we're gonna get Austin? And then I know once the reunion airs, I guess we're gonna get a week long, the Nick Val podcast. We're gonna get AD's podcast. Even though it's really nothing to kind of talk about. Just a partnership with Kohl's. Okay. Oh, so Nick is the one who's bringing in some more money. Because I don't think I know he does the ultimatum. He does Perfect Match also, right? So he has a contract with Netflix. I don't think she has a contract on all the other shows like he does. But I heard they moved back from Hawaii after her show got canceled. They were actually able to buy back their old house. What's that tennis star who had all the little Labubus? I heard they bought their house back from her. So they back in the States. So maybe now that they're settled, they can probably Vanessa can kind of do some more work outside of Netflix. But the season was trash. It was trash. Man, it was a bust. Nobody got married. We didn't need to see them two weddings. What would they have done if we had gotten to a point where everybody just said no before the weddings? Because that's what it should have gave. Okay. Allie was not going to marry Anton. He a low-key alcoholic. I wonder if he be doing some other stuff because he kept saying he changed his life. He changed his life. His mom said the same thing. It's what was he doing with that? Y'all keep saying that. What did he change his life from? And nobody ever elaborated. We never really got to know much about him. He didn't really talk much. When he did, he didn't say many words. And the things we did hear about him from his friends didn't really sell her to marry him. Okay. Didn't really sell it to me. All right. I also think they need to go back to the drawing board and have these people, I don't want to say force them to stay, but it was just too easy for people to just be like, all right, I'm leaving the pods. This ain't for me. Bye. Okay. This ain't for me. It was just a little bit too easy for me. Y'all need to get these people to stay up in there. Okay. Even though they really don't stay in the pods, y'all. They stay at a hotel and they walk over to the pods. I'm guessing the pods too. I'm wondering if it's like some kind of really big trailer. That everybody, it's like a set that they are able to kind of move to different locations. Cause ain't no way they have that same setup everywhere that they've been. So I'm guessing it's some kind of huge ass trailer or something they move or put together. Something like that. I think it's easier for people to give up. Yeah, it's way too easy. People getting divorced more and more. Yeah, I think people don't really put in the work. I think as soon as you notice a difference, you know, the person, something that you don't like, people give up. But then again, I feel like it is a good thing that it's easier to give up because so many people get cheated on, stay for the wrong reasons. People in the back in the day would stay married until their kids went to high school, college, and then they would break up or get a divorce. Or feel like, okay, I have to stay married because of religious reasons or the stigma of divorce. So I see both sides. Like part of me is like, it's good that it's, people are not staying in marriages where they don't feel happy. But then at the same time, it's like people give up so easily. Yes, hit that like. Hit that like. Thank you, Reese. Everybody hit the like. But yeah, this is probably like I'm not gonna go live anymore with this season because like I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I gotta move on. Any other last things I want to say about the season? I started watching Married at First Sight. I already did my first video, so I'll probably release the first episode tomorrow. And then start watching the other 4 or 3 over the weekend. That doesn't make sense though. How would that be though if when they were in like DC, they flew to Santa Clarita and then flew back to DC once the show was over? I don't know about that. I'm trying to figure out how they have these pods in every city. So damn, are they just flying out to Santa Clarita and saying they in Denver, saying they in DC? Oh wow, I did not know that. So a lot of it is fake. Yeah, see, that's why I was thinking. Okay, they can't have these pods in every season. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. It's never actually in the cities until they get back from the trip. Until they get back to Mexico. That's when they go back to their regular cities and they have the real life. Man, this shit is fake. I'm mad now. I'm mad now. You mean it's in Santa Clarita somewhere? Man, ain't this about some shit? Are you fucking serious? Wow. This shit is fake. Which also makes sense because KB is not from Denver. All her photos look like she's always been in Florida. But that's probably also part of an NDA where they can't release that information. Damn. Wow, okay. I did not know that. I feel bamboozled. I feel straight up bamboozled. Damn, they all fly to Santa Clarita and probably stay in a hotel in Santa Clarita and walk over to the pods. Which would make sense that it's all in one central location, because how do you bring the pods to every city and state? That would be too much. Which also makes sense of how they film multiple seasons at one time, because then once the first set of people leave the pods and go to Mexico, they bring a new set of people. Damn. Is anything on TV real anymore? Wow. Burst my little bubble. But yeah, I started to think as we were talking, like, how do they have them pods in every fucking city that they go to? Because they don't. They don't. They don't actually go back, which will also make sense of why they have those fake condos and the fake apartments. Yeah, you just on a roll tonight, I see. You just on a roll. Oh man. Wow. Well, okay then. Okay, I'm done with this season. I thought I was gonna make one more video. Now I'm like, do I really want to? But that makes sense that they all fly into one place. Don't know how I feel about that after watching this season and all these episodes, knowing that they all just fly to California. Now only half the episodes are really where they live. Damn. Well, damn. Okay. What else you got out there? Okay. Anybody want to drop some other bombs before we go? Any other bombs y'all want to drop? But yeah, so next I'll be watching Married at First Sight on Peacock. Excuse me. I'm like, what else am I gonna watch? I've been recapping Reasonable Doubt, but like last week I recorded my recap for episode 6, only for my mic to not be plugged in. I'm like, maybe that's a sign from God, because the videos are not doing that well anyway. So maybe I should just relax and watch it without the pressure of, coming to film a video for it. So that's about it for tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me. If you guys are part of the replay gang, put replay gang in the comments. Be sure to like the video. I've dropped a lot of content this week, a lot of stuff. So I really appreciate you guys showing love. A lot of you guys have been here for a long time. Maybe for some of you guys since the beginning of this channel. We're really growing. I hope to hit 15,000. The way we going, might hit it before the end of the month. But as usual, I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. This seems like a really good time to be live. So maybe we start going live at this time when I do it. But enjoy your Thursday night. It might be Friday where you are. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Bye.